crisis. And yes, you typically hear of single mothers. The majority of single parents are single mothers, but that number for single dads is increasing vastly. It is 7 times more what it was in just the last couple of years.
7 times?
7 times more. So think about this. 1 out of 4 homes are led by a single parent. 24 million children are being raised in a single parent household. That means every single one of us are either related to, work with, worship with, are a neighbor of somebody who is struggling as a single parent. If you are, a single parent, many of them are working multiple jobs. And the cost of childcare is on average about 34% of the total household income of a single parent. Those numbers are astronomical. Cost of full-time care for an infant or a toddler annually for one child averages about $1,200 a year. Multiply that if you have multiple kids by 2, by 3. When you look at those numbers and you think about statistically how many families fall into this category, that is why Ford Foundation exists. We are the gap fillers. We are tangible solutions for single parents that are struggling to make ends meet, but aren't eligible for services through the state because on paper they make too much money.
But in reality,
they're not making enough.
It's something that, and well, this isn't, I guess maybe society isn't proud of it, but we used to send our kids to school. I mean, you had to be on death's doorstep to stay home from school in the past. Now, your kid, if they have a sniffle, they can't go to school. And what happens to the single parent? What happens to the parent? That just totally disrupts their world. And everybody doesn't have a job where you can take your kid to work with you or work remote or any of those things. So that has to be a burden.
It's a huge burden and it's a huge worry, because how are they going to support their kids if they're not working? And let's face it, like you just said, the flexibility in the job force is very different. You have to find reliable care for your children, and think about the impact that has on the employee if they're feeling that they can't afford it, or if their child is not in a reliable facility. How does that affect their work performance?